Well,
All
cheers.
right. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, Jeremy. Yeah. Welcome to the afternoon pint.
Well, it's the pint before the Leafs play, and
Oh.
they won't be. They're my team, and they won't be in the playoffs after tonight. So I'm having a good drink at the right time, eh, boys? Right there. I don't recall. Like, I've been a Leafs fan my whole life. They haven't won in my lifetime the cup, but this season particularly nasty. They were the lie was dangling there, and I kind of fell for it a little this year. And then they pulled the rug out again. But
what?
this time was pathetic. This, you know what? Could you at least try? I mean, could you try? You know what I mean? Could you just try? And then maybe it might go in, but they didn't try. It was the most important game of the season. It's like me going out and just, not trying for a big crowd and just going, I'm getting the money anyway. You can't do that.
You might say they're miserable.
Rude.
You might say they're miserable, right?
They are miserable, but I overuse that word, I've been told.
So the people that don't know, just introduce yourself for a moment.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Jeremy Miserable Hotz. See, I did it again.
So yeah, you've been in comedy for how long?
Gee, that's the question, eh? Like 40?
Yeah.
40.
40 years.
Oh,
40. Yeah.
Good for you.
40 years. Yeah, but I've never done anything else. I only got into comedy because I couldn't get a job, right? Nobody hired me because they didn't like the look on my face. I'm convinced of it. I'm convinced of that. So I didn't get a job, so I had to do something. So I just went on at Yuck Yucks. And then the guy said, you should come back. That's the whole story. That's the whole thing. It's not exciting at all.
I've been a fan since I've been a teenager. I saw you on TV at Just for Laughs, and yeah, as soon as I saw you were coming to Halifax, I was like, we got to get him on. We gotta, right?
Yeah, I'm going to well, they've been really good to me, that festival, the Halifax, but Just for Laughs is closed now, I heard, right? It's over. They canceled.
Yeah, man.
I outlasted Just for Laughs, for Christ's sakes. I did. Yeah.
I know that was a bucket list for me to actually attend the festival at one point in time, but never got a chance to actually go.
Yeah, sorry. It might be. I don't know. They said they might be coming back, but usually when a place says, "Hey, we're bankrupt," they don't come back. In my general, what I've seen with businesses, but I'm not a businessman. I'm an entertainer.
Yeah, well, you're right. And if they do come back, it'll be completely different. It'll be like a shell of what they were, right?
I think it'll be in French.
You know what? That could be true. They could actually just revive. Quebec could just focus on their own internal comedians.
Not for nothing, they have big French acts there that are Canadian that play in France, because they're big stars in France. Did you know that? It's true.
No, it's true. My wife's from Quebec, so I do know some Quebec comedians.
Oh, then there you go, right? But then a guy wrote the other day, I did it. I'm putting my old videos up because you can't do them anymore, right? And people are like, put some videos up more. So I did, and I put this French thing up, and then they told me that it's how I can't speak French. And then all the French people came on and went, you're not doing it correctly. I'm like, that's what the bit is. I can't speak it. Can you not listen? Do you read the English on top, or do you just watch the French? Shut up. God, this is the problem with the country. You only half hear what the other person's saying.
You know what?
When you combine two languages, you only half hear, and that's the problem,
It actually speaks very much to our current state of the world today.
Guys, I gotta say that the mishmashing of the entire world has blown up in everybody's face.
Yeah. No, it's true. So how do you think, do you feel like comedy's changed a whole lot in the last 20, 30 years?
Well, I've been different, so I never changed because I've been so different than everybody. So they only look at my fans aren't fans of stand-up as a general rule, which proves I'm not a comedian. They're not. They always come up and say the same thing. I don't really like comedians, and I never understood that phrase. You don't like to laugh and have fun. I never understood that, but I have heard it. I don't like comedians, but I love you. So they're cutting me down by saying, "Hey, you're not a comedian."
Yeah, it's kind of like a backhanded like compliment.
Yeah, it's the same as like saying you're disgustingly healthy. Wait a minute, you called me disgusting a second ago, and then you said, so it's not okay. Anyway, but now like I was telling you guys, like it's a bit of a job for me because of the social media. Like I started, let's face it, I started late on the social media because I was already a celebrity. So why the hell, you know what I mean? But now I've done it, and now, oh boy, am I in trouble, eh? Because you can't just post anymore and then go away. You gotta
create your fan base online. Yeah. But it can work pretty good.
Oh, you have to do that. It's really important to do that, you know. And you know what? I like my fans, and that's probably why they're my fans, because they think the same. I actually like them. I see what they write and I laugh because they have the same sense of humor as me. That's why they follow me, right?
Well,
I get it.
I think I was telling you there was a comedian that I saw recently online that said that there's no such thing as cancel culture. You don't actually get canceled. You just get a different audience.
Very true.
That's really funny. That's really funny.
Yeah, it is.
You know, I was talking to a guy about a guy that was canceled about some, chick stuff. And then he said, don't worry about that guy. He's got more work now than he did before.
Right.
Yeah.
When all this came out, then everybody ran to see him. You know what I mean? So there's something to that too, eh? It got Trump elected. That guys, it works sometimes, you know?
He's a good comedic act, if ain't nothing else.
Yeah.
There's no one that ever made me laugh harder than Trump. Yeah.
Do you live in Halifax?
So we live in Halifax. We're actually in the back of a brewery right now.
Yeah.
So we record at a brewery.
Great Roads Brewing.
So we usually sit with
Which brewery is it?
It's a Great Roads Brewery. It's in Sackville, Nova Scotia.
Is that a local craft beer that they make in Halifax?
Yeah, man. So actually behind.
Behind. So yeah, we made our first.
I see it
on Sunday.
That's our beer right there.
Right there. This one here. Like we made that.
They made a beer and it's sold in stores and it's got your guy's name on it right there.
Even more so, we showed up here at 8 a.m. on Sunday morning and we made it with them.
We mashed it and put all the shit in it. And I knew nothing about beer. Like I just like drinking it, right? And
you mean in those big bronze looking things, those giant things that you see?
It will be in that, but it's actually in this container right here.
It's in the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a small batch. It's just 100 liters, right?
Yeah.
So our goal is to drink that on the first night. We're going to throw a party, win the beer. We're going to have a beer lunch and try to drink.
How much is in one of those containers, fellas? How much do you get in there?
100 liters.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Liters. What's that? How many gallons?
I don't know.
It'll be 200 pints.
200 pints. Sorry.
200
pints.
200 glasses of beer. 200 of these.
Yeah.
Okay. Now they only went to liters because then Canadians wouldn't know how much they were paying for gas, right?
Well, at this point, beer is cheaper than gas, so drink up.
Yeah.
Beer's real. You can't have a sale for a beer in Canada, can you? Because of the government, right?
Yeah.
See, here all the time, if you come in, you get a beer and they'll give you another one for a penny. Like anyone has a penny anymore. God.
No one in Canada does. We got rid of.
You know why? You know where all the pennies in Canada went? On the ice at Maple Leaf Gardens. That's what we used to do when we were kids, and we went to the hockey and we hated the ref. We threw the change on the ice because then they got to come out with a shovel and shovel it off. It's really mean. Oh yeah, really mean.
That would be. They hit that penny, way down they go. Actually, that's not unlike recently I was watching a baseball game and the team intentionally hit the ump. The guy held the catcher held the mid up and he moved it like kind of last minute and he got
wow. I've never seen that, but that's a because they're throwing the ball about 100. That's a really mean thing to do.
Oh, he went down and like he was stunned, right? And it was one of those things. Just send a message.
Of course.
they didn't agree with the call, and he ejected. I think it was like he ejected their manager or whatever, and then they just beat.
You know, that's what makes baseball the greatest sport in the world. The guy, you know, they might fight in hockey, but they throw the ball at the ref in baseball. That's amazing.
And be a batter, right? You know, they throw it at the batter sometimes too, and they throw them up.
That is okay because that guy can jump out of the way. These umps are out of shape. That guy's not going anywhere. He's just getting pegged. That guy. Oh God.
So okay, so let's talk about you. You're doing a bit of a tour here. You're in California, right?
Yes, I'm in West Hollywood is my house. I've lived here for 20 some odd years, but you know, it's like I go back, I tour in Canada every couple of years. I never gave that up because, well, they broke out, they made me famous first. Come on. Why would I do that?
No,
Why do you diss the people that brought you to the game? You don't do that. That's
no,
just wrong.
How about so you've been to the Comedy Store in LA?
I play the Factory, the Improv,
yeah,
and the Comedy and Magic Club in Hermosa Beach. Those are the three that I rotate between. Those are where you'll see me. You know, once in a while I'll play the Store. Once in a while, that's pretty much it. That's what I do. There's really only 4 or 5 main rooms anyway. There's other little ones that are good. There's nothing wrong with them, man. I just, you know, I work on the road, and I don't know if you guys know this, but when you work on the road and you come home, you don't want to do stand up all the time, man, because you do it on the road, right? So you want to, you know, you want to just you want to watch the game if you're not a Leafs fan.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? I mean, we're both pretty big stand-up fans, right?
Yeah. Huge.
We would say that. Like, who would you say your influences were? Like, when you kind of realized you wanted to get into comedy, like, who influenced you?
It was George Carlin. I went to see him at the Arts Center, and then I said to my brother, you know, one day I'm going to do this, and he laughed.
Yeah.
He went to the same Arts Center and watched his brother on the same stage doing stand-up 15 years later.
Amazing.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
He told me that story, and he goes, "Do you remember saying it to me?" And I went, "No." And he went, "Dude, I'm telling you, you did. Word for word." Yeah.
Comedy really lived forever. Like it's still just as relevant and funny now as it was.
Carlin was the best I think George Carlin was the best that ever lived. But again, there's going to be some guy that goes, Nipsey Russell, you know, and you're like, oh, I didn't see the guy. I don't know the old ones, you know what I mean? But you know, it's like when you say Gretzky was the best thing, the guy goes, you know, Bobby Orr. And you're like, he was a defenseman. It still counts. Okay, all right. You know? Yeah.
No, that's true. Like, yeah, I mean, it's tough to, you know, use people who were playing that long ago. I know what you mean.
Your generation is you know, what you know, right?
Yeah,
you know, like to me, the greatest hockey player in the world was Darryl Sittler. You know, 10 points, 1 game. Gretzky never did that. Never. I think the next closest is 8. He won. He did it by 2 points. Jeez, that was, you know. Sittler, the greatest, never got his due. Hall of Fame, never won a cup, never wore a helmet. Oh, he wore it. They forced him to wear a helmet at the end. And then he looked really dumb. All he had was that weird half afro that he had. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Remember the half afro? Yeah.
No, it was
Darryl Sittler. I still wear the jersey, you know, that's my lucky jersey. You know?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, every Leafs fan is obviously a big fan. I mean, I didn't grow up with him. I grew up with Wendell Clark and you know, like that. He was the guy kind of thing. I mean, that and Doug Gilmour, you guys that were for me.
Wow, that was a team. That was the best Leaf team that I've ever seen. That Gilmour thing. That was a team. They should have won the whole thing had not Bettman and that referee, whatever his name was,
back in '93.
What?
93 in 1993.
Yeah.
It should have. Yeah. They lost.
Should have been in the penalty box, and then that was too bad. But that's the Leafs' luck. Hey, we don't have the worst luck. We don't have the worst luck. Everybody goes, the Leafs have the worst luck. The Buffalo Sabres, the foot in the crease, they have the worst luck of any team of ever. Okay, period. That was the worst thing I've ever seen. You know, and the goal the other night when everybody stopped playing because the referee should have called one of 2 penalties. They called neither, and then Boston scored. That was one of the worst low rent poorly officiated moments in the National Hockey League I've ever seen in my life. Keep it going, Bettman.
You're gonna be on his hit list after this.
Oh God. Oh yeah. I get like this. At the end of the year when they're going to get eliminated like tonight, I get like this. The rest of the season, I'm worse.
So where you do you have a tour going on in Canada? Where are you hitting up?
Yeah, I got to go to play. I'm doing the Halifax Comedy Festival on the 11th. I'm playing New Brunswick, Fredricton, and I can't remember the other one. And I'm going out to Newfoundland as well to play Newfoundland. So
Nice.
you can get your tickets at jeremyhotz.com, which is my website. It has the links to everything there. You can do that. Where is the Fredricton? Not Moncton.
I think you were going to Moncton too, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's what I saw, but I could be wrong. But yeah.
I don't look ahead. It gives me anxiety. I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to just, chill. And I'm supposed to have days off where I'm not too involved in my head, according to my shrink, who is completely just after me. She's trying to sleep with me. There's no question about that. It's obvious. You should see the way she looked at me. She'll ask me a question and then just keep staring until I answer. What the hell? Come on. Come on. I've seen that. I've seen that before over dinner. Come on.
On the way out the door from our day job, I was telling people we're gonna have a chat with you, and it was a joke that I think like sold me on you way back when.
Which one?
So it was the one about how you used to get samples in the mail, and you got the pads in the mail. And it was like, I'm just using them for coffee filters, and the garbage man must think I have a terrible disease.
Garbage. Yeah. You bring a garbage man into your act, and the crowd's gonna love you for life.
Everyone there thought that was hilarious. They busted
Oh
out.
yeah.
So I was sold. I mean, I was a teenager at the time, and I just thought that was a really clever, like hilarious joke. And even to this day, I think about that joke as when I bring out the garbage. Like
that's
often.
hysterical. That's really funny.
Oh yeah, it just stuck
because
with.
the joke is that the guy's gonna see them in there, and then he's gonna go.
Well, we're all using plastic. We're all using clear bags now, right?
Yeah.
So
You're always,
Shit, I never thought of that. You're right.
so they're really gonna see it.
Clear bags. That's right. Because they want to see what the people are throwing out in case it's like murder stuff, right? That's what that's about, right? They want us to be able to see the bloody knife in the garbage. That's what that's about.
Or even worse, something you should have recycled.
That's Canada, though, because of the rules. Canada's rules are off the charts, man. Holy shit. Like, go to a swimming pool. It's a list of shit you can't do, including swimming, man. In America, that sign says one thing: no lifeguard on duty. Jesus. What's the matter with Canada? Wow. Let people die.
what kind of beer
Let
are you
people
drinking back
fall
there,
down
Jeremy?
and die.
Well, what kind of beer?
Jeremy, what kind of beer are you drinking? We're a beer show, so.
This is an IPA.
Oh yes.
And have you had this one?
Yeah, I've had it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a flavor. It's a very flavorful beer. It's got a nice flavor to it, but it's not too much those. I don't like tons of flavor in the beer. Do you?
It depends.
Yeah,
Like my brother does, but I'm not a big flavor guy. I like,
keep it bland, right?
Yeah, I use it on stage to keep my throat wet, so I can speak. You know what I mean? Or else your throat dries out. And I usually drink. Honestly, I usually drink a Coors Light, just because it's got the least amount of alcohol in it.
Yeah.
I'm not for the buzz. I like it's actually the carbonation and the wetness is I'm used to it.
You got some wine back there, though. That's there.
Yeah, I don't drink it, and people bring me shit, and then it ends up here on the stuff I'm never gonna have.
Oh, fair enough.
So it just it goes over here like that, and it just stays there. So then when girls are over and they go, "Do you have any wine?" I go, "Yes, I do." And they go, "Which one should I have?" I go, "Well, you pick." And then they go, "This is vinegar," and I'm just like, "No, I had it for 87 years. Is that too long?" I never throw the shit out. I just leave it there. That's all.
That's good.
Yeah.
This has been great because it's obviously if you're talking to a comedian, it's really great to just laugh the whole time. But
Do you only do comics?
no, we
Oh,
do
you do everybody. Oh, you guys
everybody.
just do like everybody. Oh,
We
okay.
just we talk to people that just get their life story, man, no matter who they are. Yeah, it's just a chill show.
We
Yeah.
try to bring people together as much as possible, get their sides of the story of things, and
Yeah.
just
Idea is just having a beer with a stranger or whatever. Say what's up.
Oh, okay.
Somebody's story. Yeah.
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 So there it is, somebody's story, and you guys do it with
Yeah,
your
yeah.
backdrop of booze. I love it. It's a no chill show.
Yeah.
Well, normally we do it in person,
Yeah.
but we couldn't connect with you in person, kind of thing, right?
Because it's one day in for me, and
Yeah.
then another theater the next day. That's how that works. They try to get you in and out, guys, as quick as they can because it's cheaper. Everything
Yeah.
is like, it's all like a business, eh? Like you always think, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then no, you're not. You're gonna get in, you're gonna get out, and they're gonna take as much money as they can to make. That's it. That's what they do. I mean, it's it's the mom and pop life is over, eh? Like that's just all. Everything's really serious now. You know what I mean? Like, like it's comedy. Relax. Gee.
They did like so obviously because of that you go on the road, but are you really getting the chance to see the places you're visiting if you're in and out so quick?
Well, not on the theater thing, but I got Shaq, eh? So like I got the dog, so now we go places. But that, But no, you're right. You don't get to, like I went to Comedy Central flew me to Australia. They took me on a big outing to see Chinatown. I could see Chinatown in any city. Why would you take me to? Wow, this Australian Chinatown is fantastic. What the hell? It's just look, more Chinese people. That's all it was. You can see this anywhere. I've been to San Francisco, Wow. That's amazing. It was like being in Vancouver. That's the whole thing was. That's all it was.
Yeah, that is unusual when you go to a place like Australia. You're thinking they'd show you like the outback or
maybe a kangaroo or something.
Yeah.
Apparently, no, just Asians. Okay.
Was it the best Chinatown that you've ever been to?
No, it was just another one. I mean, I don't think there is a best. I think there's I gotta get out of here. There's that. My favorite thing is the dancing chicken. Do you ever see that in Chinatown?
Dancing chicken.
Oh, it's the cruelest thing. There's a little hot plate, and the chicken stands on it, and it heats up, and then it moves its feet around, and then food. They give it food. Yeah, it's horrible.
No, I've never seen that. I just like dim sum. Like I've never seen this chicken thing ever.
The dancing chicken. That was it. You see shit in Chinatown you don't see anywhere else. It's fantastic. Yeah, you want to see something you've never seen before? Go to Chinatown. Just don't stare. Hey, Shacky, you got up, eh? Oh, he got up, my boy.
Do you have a dog named Shaq?
What kind of dog?
Yeah, here. I'll show you. Here he is.
Yeah, I'd love to see a dog.
You want to come up, buddy? Here he is.
Oh, okay.
Here he is. There you
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Okay, here. Okay, all right. Don't
So
embarrass that.
Why Shaq?
What?
Why Shaq?
Oh, people think that it's Shaq, the guy, and it's funny. It gets a laugh, but it's actually Shackleton the Explorer. When he was little, he got out of the and went everywhere. He never stayed in with the mother. He just continued to look around for food. Essentially, he's a pig, right, buddy? He really is. But he's a really big Chihuahua. Like they call him the monster at the vet, because he's 8 pounds. He's a purebred. He's 8 pounds. He's really big. He's supposed to be like 5, but you see him standing next to like another like purebred Chihuahua, and he is longer, taller, bigger, completely all around. He's like the Shaq of Shaquille O'Neal of Chihuahuas. He's really big.
So he fits the name anyway. Yeah.
He does. Yeah. But he got a tooth thing. He had some teeth removed. Oh, that was $4,000, eh? Jeez, man, they screw you on the pets, eh? They get you good, huh? because
Yeah.
you know they know you're going to pay it. I mean, there's a baseball stadium named Petco Park. That should tell you something. Pets make a fortune. Yeah, so I had to get the teeth removed because what happens to Chihuahuas is their teeth rot. They have really bad teeth, and I couldn't afford the gold ones.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, I wanted them to look like a bandito, but I couldn't. I couldn't.
You know what
afford
though?
it.
If you splurge on the gold ones, then you never know, when it released its rap album, you might actually be able to make some money off of that.
There it is. Right? Yeah. I might put a grill on him in the background in some posters because I always use him in the posters now, you know? But he's looking good. I was worried about that operation because he's so small, you know, when they put him under, you think they're going to die. But no, he doesn't even, you know? They gave me the pain stuff. Honestly, I don't think he needed it. He didn't really care. Guys, he didn't care, you know? He just doesn't care. As long as he gets dinner, he doesn't give a crap. I mean, really, you know? Do you have dogs or no?
Yeah, I got a Labradoodle.
Oh, those are love. Yeah, you got one, eh? How big?
It's about 40 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
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 Yeah, it's good
Yeah,
size.
they got some size too. Yeah, yeah.
I don't have a dog. I have a house panther of a cat. He's 20 pounds. He's huge.
Cats are. My mother has a cat. My mom's small, like she's 5'1", and she carries that cat, and its legs hang down, and they drag across the floor. And she carries the cat like this. It's really funny.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's the biggest cat I've ever seen. And my dog Shaq chases them. He doesn't give a shit. He goes after things 10 times his size. He doesn't care, huh? I came around the corner. I heard like that. I came around the corner. There's a possum nose to nose with my dog. I just lifted him up and took him away real quick, you know? Like he can't go out there at night anymore. There's too much vermin in this area, man. I'm telling you, it's terrible, you know?
Possums, what else other than possums you get there?
Well, possum we get the biggest raccoons I've ever seen. They look like baby bear cubs. They're huge, these things, man. Yeah, crazy stuff. Yeah.
I live outside the city here. We had a bear in our front yard last year. Yeah.
I've never seen anything. I would run away if I saw.
Oh yeah.
The worst we get is the coyotes. They kill cats.
Yeah. We get all sorts of wildlife. Yeah. It's crazy.
You get bear, huh? Wow.
A lot of porcupine actually too. Porcupine?
I've never seen one. No, I've never seen one.
I've never seen one until I moved out here in Halifax, just out of the city. So, but yeah, we see porcupine every day now.
We got
really.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
We got a bobcat where I am.
Yeah.
Jeez, there's some dangerous animals there, man. Holy shit, yeah. Bobcat. They'll go after a dog. You know that, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No, those are yeah. Yeah, that's really bizarre. Like the bear. What kind? Black bear? What kind?
I think it's a black bear. Yeah.
Do they get what's the big one called? Grizzly. Do they get that one there or no?
We don't get grizzly.
It's only out west.
No. Yeah. Not where we live.
Honestly, black bears are more afraid of like us. If you make any type of thing, they'll get spooked away.
Yeah, if you go outside.
Oh, I thought they don't run away, bears. That's why you got to be careful because they'll just fucking stand there and come after you. No,
you don't want to get in between the mother and her cubs because you'll fight for them. But other than that, they run away.
Yeah, the only really aggressive animal we have to worry about where we live is coyotes. So they'll come out.
Train
their young too. So like in the fall, they're often training their young how to hunt and stuff. So they'll actually you'll see a little dog come out and you'll think, oh, cute dog. Then they'll know you get circled, right? And these dogs will come at you. Yeah.
Oh, really? They're practicing to hunt, is what they're doing.
Yeah. So
that's scary. That's scary because I saw 3 of them just walking up the street one day. It's weird. They look like a gang. They're really weird.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Lots of cool wildlife though. Yeah.
They actually, one thing I was thinking about is do you make it over to like Vegas or anything like that at all for shows?
Yeah. I play. Well, the Laugh Factory just closed, but there'll be another one that opens up there. But yes, I do play Vegas when it's running.
We're actually, I'm actually doing my first Vegas trip this summer. Actually, so I've never been. Never been.
Oh, so, you'll have fun.
Yeah, I'm going down. My wife and I are going down. We're actually taking he'll be 3 at the time. We're taking my 3-year-old. And
do you gamble?
No, I'm not a gambler either. We're not just going to Vegas though. We're flying into Vegas, and then we're gonna go and hit a couple national parks in Utah. We're gonna go down in Arizona and stay in Sedona, and then we'll go back up to Vegas. So I want to hit up a couple breweries. So if you have any suggestions, I'm all ears.
Yeah, you got to see the shows. You got to get. Do you know anybody that'll get you tickets to shows and shit? Because that's
No,
what you want to do.
but that would be
That's
obviously
what Vegas is. Vegas is about the shows and who you get to see now. You know, it's not
That's-
about the gambling because they turned the machines off.
Oh yeah, I'm not interested in gambling anyway. I hate losing money.
Oh, I used to win there, and then they
Yeah?
changed it. Now I find those machines to be some of the most anti-Semitic machines I've ever played in my life.
I'm hoping I can maybe sneak into an NFL preseason game, but
Oh, that'd be because you want to see the new the team play, right? And isn't the baseball moving there too?
possibly.
I heard the Oakland A's are going to play in Vegas. Is that true?
I mean, there's a lot of talk about that because the team's not going so well. They get like 3,000 people showing up per game. The
Well,
stadium,
that's because they told them they aren't coming back next year.
That's
So I
true.
wouldn't go either, you know.
yeah, and the stadium is in terrible condition, and the city has no interest in helping them out. So
What happened to Oakland? It just fell apart, eh? Oakland just, it's the Detroit of the West. What happened? Wow. It's just falling apart. Montreal should just move Olympic Stadium and just leave it there.
that might
No one
actually
will notice.
that might be a step up, actually, surprisingly.
I hope Oakland doesn't leave the league. I always liked that team. I liked the green and yellow uniforms. They were cool when I was a kid,
Yeah,
It's sad when things change, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sports is a business like it's never been, right? It's more of a business than it's like,
Well, they've included gambling now, and they go,
Yeah.
they go, oh, this is for kids, and then they go, oh, gamble here, gamble there, wager.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's way too much now.
Come
everything.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
On
just
top
like,
of
what the
that-
hell?
Yeah.
On top of that, I think it's hilarious because these athletes, they get in trouble for gambling, and yet half of the sponsors every time it's a break, it's an ad for some sort of gambling thing, and then they're like, oh, by the way, don't gamble.
Yeah.
But
They go, yeah, be careful, eh? Be careful. I love when they do that. Drink responsibly, but buy as much as you can. Get wasted, but get wasted responsibly.
Yeah.
well, it's funny, like you have the NFL, like guys like in the NFL who, one guy gambled and was suspended for the whole season. But if you are accused or charged with domestic abuse, it's just like 2 or 3 games. Like,
Oh, I didn't know that. Really?
oh yeah, it's a problem. They don't take those types of things seriously.
Wow.
And
Well, women can get on you.
But the gambling and stuff like that is they're on top of that pretty much. So
Wow, that's terrible.
yeah,
That's really bad.
it's
So they
interesting.
pick and choose, I guess. Sports is just weird. It's just about making as much money as you possibly can. That's what it's about, And I always wonder if the referees are involved, eh? Because there's some suspicious calls against the Leafs every single season, every year. Come on, I've marked them down in a book. I'll show them to you someday. I think the aliens are running everything.
You know what? Listen, I know people that think that every sports league is just like the WWE, like professional wrestling. They think it's all rigged.
I don't think it's rigged, but I think there's sometimes the fix is in. Oh yeah, like in boxing for sure. Sometimes there's some guy that's making some money, and everybody has to accept that result. I remember football. I was watching a New England. I think it was the Patriots. It was someone against the Saints, and the Saints weren't supposed to lose, but they were gonna. And the guy was wide open, and the guy threw him the ball. And before the ball got there, the guy from the other team just nailed him to the ground. Blatantly obvious. No penalty. Ooh.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's no penalty. That's called every single time. Every single.
Are you a boxing fan?
Yeah, but I don't watch it anymore because of the corruption. But I don't like the MMA. I don't like the UFC because well, you can see that kind of fighting in, I don't know, prison yards. Come on. I don't want to watch that. I think we're a little better than that, you know?
So what do you think about Tyson versus the Paul brother there?
Laugh out loud funny, isn't
Yeah.
it? I'd rather watch my testicles fight. There you go.
Do you think the fight's legit, or do you think it's like, kind of staged?
I don't think it matters. I mean, they're not at any level that you'd want to watch them box. I mean, who wants to watch that? Jesus,
Oh, I kind of want to watch it for entertainment value.
It'll be
You
very.
think someone's going to get killed? They won't let that happen.
No, I don't think that'll happen.
No,
No.
They're pretty safe. Yeah.
no, they'll call it off. I think it's funny. I think it's it's kind of like the U.S. election. It's I don't take it seriously. I think it's hilarious.
That's really funny. Yeah. When someone has to win by default.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, it's so funny. You got you guys down there, like, I mean, I know you're Canadian, but you're living down in the US for a couple decades now. And there's like, what, 380 million people. And these are the two best guys that they could find.
No one wants the job, man. No one gets into politics with any sense. That's why the scum of the earth hangs out there. You know what I mean? They don't care. They don't care.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. It's interesting. So who do you have like a bit of an entourage, like some comedic entourage that you have, like some of the guys that you hang out with?
I know that I hang out with. Yeah, I have friends. Alonzo Bowden, do you know who that is?
No, I don't think
Top
so.
of mind.
Oh, a big political comedian. He's a good friend of mine. I'm friends with Dane Cook. I'm friends. That's my generation of guys. I came up with, Greg Barent, Greg Proops. Who else? Greg Fitzsimmons. I don't know why I'm going through the Gregs.
A lot of Gregs.
Yeah, lots of Gregs.
Yeah, a lot of Gregs. Those are the guys that started when I did, so they're kind of like my friends, from default.
Greg Proops, I loved Whose Line Is It Anyway?
He was great.
Oh, he's a funny cat. He's a really good guy. Makes me laugh all the time. Yeah, really funny dude.
We actually, a guy who worked with him on Whose Line is Colin Mockery, and we actually interviewed a guy who named Cody Lightning, and he did a movie, and Colin Mockery was in it, and it was hilarious.
Hilarious.
What's the movie?
It's a Canadian movie.
Yeah.
So do you remember that they made?
So they couldn't afford a title.
You remember that they made a movie called Smoke Signals?
Signals?
Sorry, Smoke Signals. Back in the late '90s. So it was the first Indigenous film. So it had an Indigenous director, an Indigenous cast, and it was a real fun movie, right? Anyways, so he made a spiritual successor to that movie. He was just a kid, and now he's a grown adult. He's a bit of a loser, a bit of a drunk, and he's making this funny mockumentary about himself, making a sequel. Anyway, so Colin Mockery was in that really, really funny Canadian
Fantastic.
movie.
Yeah.
I mean, not even Canadian, really a funny movie, period.
Yeah.
And so if you ever get a chance to see it, it's what was it called? It was called
Hey Victor.
Hey Victor.
Is it on regular TV?
I think
Can I get it here?
I
Maybe.
would say so. Yeah,
Not
yeah.
sure.
Well, we get the Canadian stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a movie, like he toured across Canada, but it was in film festivals and things like that. And
Yeah.
we actually they was cool because we get to talk to him before it was released in theaters, and we get to watch it before it got into theaters, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
How many years ago did he make the movie?
Just this year.
It's new. Well,
It's new.
yeah, he made it last year, but it just kind of did the cinematic releases this year, right? So it won the awards last year at the
Yeah.
festivals, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty
They
impressive.
do that with movies now, and they put them into these festivals to get noticed, to win awards and stuff, so they get juice behind them. And
Exactly.
yeah, you want to win like Cannes or something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly, right? And then you get a chance to get your independent film actually seen by somebody, because that's pretty tough.
Well, it's hard if you don't have a distributor that's hooked up to some kind of giant studio, is what I've been told.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
But I don't make movies, so
Oh, so you never done movies, eh? You never been in movies or television?
Oh, I've been in them. Yeah, I did some pretty
for
big pictures.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. How about voicing?
I did a few of them.
Like you could voice an extraordinary character.
Yeah, you can be a great.
I
voice
don't
actor.
understand why I've never been asked to be a voice on something. It's shocking to me, and they've
I
had
mean,
me act in many things, but I don't know why that hasn't happened.
I don't know.
I have a completely unique voice. I know. I get it. I don't know why.
And like, I think like, back to Gilbert Gottfried playing Iago, that's still to me the best comedic voice doing a cartoon of all time. That needs to be topped. We need to bring that back.
Leno said that to me. Jay said that to me once. You got to do cartoons. What the hell is wrong with people? I don't know, Jay. He goes, you got to do cartoons. What the hell is wrong with people? Like he says, he's mad at me for not doing them, and them people for not giving the thing to me. Yeah. All in one sentence. That's what Jay.
Totally kill that for sure.
Is he still out, like, kind of supporting the scene much?
Leno, yeah, he plays the Comedy and Magic on Sundays.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Oh, yeah, every Sunday he plays there. Sure. Yeah, Jay's a good guy. He's still around.
Yeah.
In Hermosa. Yeah, he's still around. Absolutely. Yeah.
And he was back out on his feet a few days later doing shows again, right? He had bad.
When he blew himself up in the garage. Yeah. He was okay. He didn't hurt himself bad on there. No. But you got to be careful, eh? Like, he loves his cars, and he does, walks around from car to car, and you get hurt, man. Shit, you can. Yeah, absolutely. Because they've got, there's gas there, and they're broken, so they could, blow up. They're broken, those cars. He's trying to fix them, so they're not in good shape. But when I did a show, I did an episode of Jay Leno's garage, and he drove me in like one of those. It was a coal truck from like not even the 19s, like 18 something. So it broke down, and he got in the engine when we got to the amusement park where we were shooting it, and he fixed the engine. Jay Leno fixed the engine in front of me. I watched him.
Unbelievable. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good show. That's a really good show.
Well, he's got the talent. Like, he really can do it. He's a car guy. He can put a car together, guys. If you got to get out of there and you need a guy to build a car, Jay's your man.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
So JeremyHotz.com. How do people find you on Instagram? We're going to follow you now here.
I went with Jeremy Hotz.
What's that?
At Jeremy Hotz is what I went with. I went with my name.
Oh, okay.
It's simple. You don't have to even put comedian in, because I don't think people think I am one.
Jeremy Hotz. I think I just found you here. There you go.
See?
Yeah.
Told you. Okay. Told you. There I am. That's me.
All right, cool. Well, I'm following you. I hope everybody listening tonight.
Yay!
And I hope they follow your tour.
Yeah, follow my tour. Hey, come to the show, or else it's just me, and that's embarrassing.
There you go. Found you. Perfect. Awesome. And it was really nice meeting you.
Yes.
You too, fellas.
Yes, and safe travels as you go across Canada. Watch out for wildlife.
Best of luck with the show and your beer coming up, guys. I hope it's a good one.
Thank
you.
Yeah.
Have a nice
Thanks.
night.